What does Oregon State present on film with just their? I mean, they have seemingly good quarterback play, good running back play. They have a top flight receiver. The offensive line's better than last year.
You said it. That's exactly right. They got good running backs. They got a good O-line. Quarterback's playing really well, and they got one of the best wide receivers in the league. So they present a lot of challenges. They're going to spread the field, get the ball to different playmakers, and we're going to have to play our best game of the year.
What makes each of those running backs so special? What do you guys have to do differently with each of them, or are they different enough that you have to game plan for both of them a little bit?
No, I don't think they do a whole lot of different things. They both run really hard. And 22, I think, is a little heavier, a little bit more physical maybe because he's heavier. But they're the same back. They do the same types of things. They both can catch the ball. They're both really good running the football. So they're good backs.
Jonathan Smith is kind of known to roll out a bunch of trick plays, probably 3 or 4 of them last year. Obviously, you weren't here, but how do you guys prepare for that throughout the week? Do you try to simulate trick plays, or do you just kind of roll with the game as it happens and try to –
No, we definitely show them the trick plays that we've seen in the past, whether it was against us or other teams. We know we have a big library of trick plays that they've run over the years, so we're getting to rep some of those in practice. But trick plays are hustle plays. They're discipline plays. If you have your eyes in the right spot and your key's telling you to do something, you should be okay. If something breaks down and they show you something they haven't run before, then it just comes down to somebody hustling and making a play. So trick plays are hustle plays.
When it comes to those trick plays, do you at all try and maybe get one step ahead and think, oh, they're going to try and do something, so they might try and hit us with a trick play? That's something that you haven't seen, but try and maybe get ahead of it. Does that come into play at all? Or
No, I don't know that you can really get ahead of what they're thinking. You start playing mind games like that, you'll be guessing the whole game, and you call what you think is the best for what they might do at that situation. But you can't just guess trick play every play, or you can put yourself in some bad situations with their basic stuff.
And then we saw Pat Nunn at strong safety. Was that something that was specific for Stanford, or is he probably going to be playing there more?
No, like I've told you guys many times, every day's a tryout, and the guys that are playing the best and doing things the right way, the way we coach them to do, those would be the guys that get to start and get to play the most. So he started that game, and Skylar came in and played really well, one of his better games of the year, and so it's another day of practice today. We'll see who has a great week.
And then we've seen Travion a couple times at nickel. What do you like from him at moving him out to nickel instead of playing in the inside or linebacker position?
Well, we're just trying to get our 11 best guys on the field, and he's probably one of our 11 best, especially in certain personnel groups. He's a little bit more physical than like Armani would be at that position, and when teams bring bigger people on the field, we like to bring him in. But Armani has a lot of value against some of the smaller, pretty 11 and 10 personnel groups because he's a little bit more versatile, could do more things in coverage. So that's worked out really well since we don't have a ton of depth at that position to be able to split the reps with those two guys.
As Langford had somewhat of a surge late in the season, he played pretty well late in that Stanford game, locked down a few plays for you guys. And you guys both played him more against Stanford too.
Yeah, Derek played really well the other day, and he's come on. He in spring ball, fall camp, the beginning of the season, we really thought he could be something special, and he kind of went into a little bit of a slump. A lot of new guys do for whatever reason, and he picked it up last week in practice, had a great week, and then played well in the game. He's had another good week of practice this week, so hopefully we'll see a lot more of him. Hopefully he'll continue to just rise.
We've been able to get to know Misi a little bit this season, just talking to him maybe away from the field about his story and everything that he kind of went through to get here.
Oh yeah, I get to talk to Misi a lot. He played at Riverside. One of the coaches there, Mustafa Johnson, was with us at FAU, and he talked a lot about Moose and how Moose would bring him peanut butter and jelly sandwiches when he didn't have anything, and so we spent a lot of time together. We have some common friends that we know in California, and he's just a great kid, and he plays so hard, and he does all the right things. He's you wish you had 12 guys of him up front. He's a dream.
Has he also been maybe a good leader, maybe a good spokesperson for the team when things aren't going so well? He seems to be one of the guys that they've brought up for pressers and interviews and whatnot.
Yeah, he doesn't say a whole lot in front of the whole group, but I'm sure behind closed doors he grabs guys, pulls them to the side, and talks to them. He's more just like some of the other guys, a lead by example guy, just does all the right things all the time, and you can point him out as a good example to follow.
Have you met his dad or spent much time talking to him since he's been here? Okay.
No, I haven't. I don't think I have. I may have, but no, I haven't spent a whole lot of time with him.
Is there a lot of positivity rating around the defense after last week and 22 points despite giving up the explosives? You guys still kind of came up with key turnovers when you needed to, and probably came out pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, we're always happy to win the game. The yards and the stats and all this stuff don't matter. It's about the scoreboard and winning the game. And We did, especially in the second half, came up with a bunch of stops. We'd like to limit those explosives, obviously, but we did make our share of plays as well. I don't think there's any more enthusiastic this week or any more positive. They're just back to work, clocking in and trying to get another win. I mean, that's the way they've shown up to work every day all year. My hat's off to those guys. They've, through all the ups and downs that we've had, in a lot of adversity, they've showed up to work every day and they've kept a good mindset. So hopefully we can keep going in the right direction and get this thing headed back in the right direction.
You're gonna ask someone to pick you up, Coach Leach talking head at the game Saturday.
I'll leave that to my wife. She can pick it up. That'd be awesome. We'll have it in the house. It'd be great.